Hey, welcome to Survival Preparedness for Beginners. How's everybody doing out there? Um, can you all hear me? I'm getting an error. If you can hear me, please give me a number one. I got an error on my side. I want to make sure that you can hear me. All right, error went away. Hello, everybody. Can you all hear me? Okay, I see some number ones coming up. All right, thank you very much. All right, let's see here. What is going on? I have a lot of news I want to cover today about what is going to be taking place with this channel, where I am going, and some very exciting news that I am thrilled to share with everyone finally. Something I never thought would ever happen. Um, so, first, I'd like to start off. It's been a while since I've been on here. As a lot of people do know, there's a lot of things that did happen. And we're going to go through a lot of that right now. I want to go through, and today is just kind of like a free for all type deal. I want to spread my news because I'm very, very happy about it. Let's see here. All my moderators and stuff are here. Coffee first and speak. Let's see here. Jan is here. I did see JT is here. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank members also. Bob R is here. Hey, Bob, how you doing? Let's see here. JT is a member. Let's see if there's any other members in here. Pitbull is here. Thank you for being here, Pitbull. Let's see here. That was Jan. Everybody is jumping now. A lot of people are popping on here. Rockamas, how you doing? Glad to see you. Hope you're staying safe and warm. Let's see here. All right. So over the past months, a lot of you are very aware of what has been going on with me, my family, and everything else. And all the trials and tribulations that have been happening this year has just been overwhelming, but support has been outstanding. You guys, the emails, all that kind of stuff, I really do appreciate them. They do mean a lot. And we had my stepfather pass away a week or so ago, and I was back and had to fly back to Vermont for that. And that all went well. And trying to take care of my mom and getting a place, what you all know. Stuart's pressing. Hey, how you doing there, Stuart? And so we did finally we ended up renting a house for right now because the housing market is just crazy up north. And so we're going to rent a house. We had to get something ASAP because we have to get my mom moved in with us and everything else. So that all has gone through. And I will be, this will be my last live stream for probably 2 to 3 weeks, maybe. Because this coming Friday, I got to get all my internet stuff and all that kind of stuff all turned off and returned to the cable company. And then on the 27th, we have the truck coming to load all the fun goodies stuff. Everybody loves moving. And then the 28th, we leave to go to Vermont. So I will no longer be here in Florida. I will be in Vermont, and this move really, I believe, is going to enhance this channel. Things are going to be done a little bit differently, videos and things of this nature. I want to get out more and nature and things, and even if I just do my videos from those points, it's better than just staring at a wall or something like behind me or something like that. And I've got a lot of great spots picked out. I want to show you all the beautiful state of Vermont. There is a lot of stuff to see there, especially in the fall of the year, which we already missed. It's wintertime now. So right now they don't have any snow on the ground. The ski resorts have been blowing it and making snow, but we're hoping that that will hold off until I drive up there. um, we with the channel and stuff. I will actually be right there with my daughter. She does a lot of behind the scenes stuff that a lot of people don't see. And we're going to be working very closely together and coming up with creative ideas and videos and things of this nature to cover a lot of different things. She's very smart. And then I'm also going to have my son that is probably going to be going out, and we're going to be doing videos and things like this. So you'll get to meet him. You'll get to meet my daughter. And things are coming together quite well. My mom is doing pretty good with the given circumstances of losing her husband and everything else. And um, we're going to be moving her in around the 9th. So that's why I'm saying it's probably going to be 3 or 4 weeks, because I have to get her out of the place that they're in by the 9th. Or it's one of these deals where they charge you even another month's rent. So we don't move in until the 1st, as when our moving truck is supposed to be there on December 1st. I'm supposed to start back work on the 5th, and then I got to get my mom out by the 9th, which is that following Saturday. So it will be a little while before I get back into the groove of the live streams, videos, and all this stuff. I may try to shoot a few little videos and just upload them as we go along on our trip. Um, but we'll see how that goes, and that would be kind of cool just to give you a little update what's going on. And hey. But the next part of the news here is something I never would ever dreamed could happen to me. And I hope everybody is excited about the news I am about to share, because I am thrilled to announce over the past 2 years, I started writing a book. And I just kept writing down stuff, and then I started putting it all together. And I had people, read over it and stuff, and they thought it was, okay, and things of this nature, and I'd make changes and things of this nature. And I really sat down and really pondered that. Um, tw- I want to say the end of last year, the beginning of this year, I really concentrated on doing this book. So I went through and read everything that I had already written, and I added two things. I moved things around and everything else, and I put together a final project. So I sent it out to a few people to read and get their input on it, and they loved it. So I was just like, all right, I got to see if I can find a publishing company. And I was scared to death to do this. I mean, in a sense, if you look at it, they can only, tell you yes or no. I mean, you submit it to them, and um, they have their analysts and readers and all this kind of stuff. They read your book, and then they give you a thumbs up or thumbs down. So I found a publishing company after researching quite a few of them. I found one I was comfortable with that would hopefully, maybe, want to take on something like what my book is about. And I sent it to them. I called them up, and they're like, okay, well, they send it to us, send us a copy, and we'll read over it. So I emailed that to them. And a few days later, they accepted my book. They wanted to publish it. They loved it. They thought it was very well done. I have a lot of different graphs and charts and stuff in this book to help you out in being prepared and everything else. And This, lady and gentlemen, this is my book right there. It's going to be a beginner's guide for emergency situations and survival preparedness. And it covers a lot of different scenarios. I incorporated in this book a lot of things that I have personally been through in my life and what it taught me about being prepared. Now, I know some of you, you have heard me talk about certain situations that I've gone through. I go into more in depth detailed in this book, but as of Friday, my book is currently in the publishing stage. Um, I'm very excited about it. It's going to take about 8 to 10 months because not only am I getting a hard copy, they're doing an ebook and they're also doing a audible book. So once it is all done, it'll be out on Amazon, it'll be on Apple, it'll be on all the major uh, um, either ebooks or uh, those type of things. And then there will be the actual book because I like to hold things in my hand. I'm old school, but I like to have something in my hand. I understand there's a lot of people out there. I mean, if they love listening to books and stuff, so that's why I chose to do it this way because not everybody is old like me. So maybe I can reach a younger generation to teach them the importance of being prepared. That it's not something to be ashamed of. It's not something to be scared of. It's not any of that. It is a very important thing, even just to have that basic 2 week supply of everything that you need. Because in a day and age that we live in, as you probably all know, you know, it's like hit or miss on a daily basis. You just don't know what's going to happen. Everything is in such turmoil. And it's another thing that really drove me to write this book was Charlie Victor 19 because of what I witnessed in March of 2020. You know, when you see it firsthand, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't have to go to the store the day we chose to go when, all the shit hit the fan and people started freaking out and they started locking things down. And I took my wife and we went to a big super Walmart, which is actually right down by JT. And we walked in there and it was chaos. I basically just had my wife stay behind me because I'm a pretty big guy. So I just had her just stay behind me because I wanted to observe. And when you watch people, when they're rolling pallets and stuff out, and these people are devouring it like a piranha when you drop a piece of raw meat in the water, and they're pushing and shoving everybody out of the way and everything else. I mean, it was heartbreaking, because why do we have to be this way? Why is it that you want to live like a savage? And that was also the day when we left. Shortly right after that, my wife was like, I don't like this. She was very uncomfortable, and we left. We didn't buy anything. We just left. Like I said, I didn't need to buy anything because I was prepared, but I wanted to see the show. And we got in the car, and my wife had made a comment to me at that moment in time because it changes you when you see it for real. You can watch videos about it. Um, you can read about it or whatever else, but when you see it with your own two eyes and you feel the vibe of the hungry wolves in the store, it really wakes you up. And that really inspired me to start this book because I give you lists of things that you need to make sure you have. You don't have to maybe have a lot of them and, in this book and stuff, but it helps give you a guide to go by. There's a lot of things, great things in this book. I'm very excited about this. As far as I know, I'm probably I think I'm the only one in my family that has ever been published and can be say that, you know, you're an author. I never thought those words would come out of my mouth. And I do have friends out here that went to school with me, and they all know in school, English was not my top subject, if you get what I'm saying. So, um, uh, nowadays it's a lot easier when you're using like Microsoft Word and all this, because that's basically what I wrote my book in, because then we could go back through. And what's really cool is, you write out a sentence and then it'll tell you, okay, well, that's okay, but this is better. And they reword it. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's a really cool feature. And it puts on all the, proper commas, periods, question marks, explanation points, all this kind of stuff. But which I really didn't realize, because my book will go through what is it, it's in right now is the beginning stages of the editing process, because they have to get it into a format that goes into a book. Um, I'm not exactly sure what that is, but this is part of what they do. So it goes through all that. They make sure everything is spelled correctly. Everything, is the whole 9 yards. So like it's like a double check on what you do. And then from there, it starts to take off from that point in time. There's a lot of stuff that I'm going to be involved in. Me and my daughter are going to be involved in designing a book cover, and then they have their professional people look at that, tidy it up, make it better, or whatever. I get to choose. I have the final say on um, when it comes to the Audible and the ebooks and stuff. What kind of voice I want, man, woman, if I want what accent or whatever else. So, I have a lot of decisions to make. I would like to try to maybe filter in a few pictures and stuff. I don't know if I'll actually get that done on this book, with the whole moving thing and stuff. I don't know how much time I have. I'm supposed to be getting reached out to by my coordinator that has been assigned to me. And I'll find out more. Hopefully, that's going to be this week. And so I look forward to finding out all the information about that. But I am so excited that I got this done for everybody out there. So you have something in your hand. You have something that you can read. You have something that is a guide, especially if you're new, especially if you're starting out, or maybe even if you're a seasoned prepper and you want a good book to read to put into your library. I would be very thrilled to have you put one of my books into your library in your home. But yes, so we've had a lot of great news. Things are finally starting to fall together, because there for a while it was just like me and the missus. We felt like we were beating our heads against the wall. We couldn't figure out, okay, what do we got to do? This is happening. It was like everything was happening at once, and we were just getting crunched. And finally, things are starting to, you know, pan out and really start to turn around and go our way a little bit. I'm a firm believer that the good old man upstairs doesn't give you more than you can handle. Sometimes I question that, because it's just like, I can't handle much more. Um, but hindsight's 2020, and the times have changed, and um, we are going to be on the move. And I'm looking forward to doing outdoor videos and stuff in the snow. I mean, if I don't have to work in the snow, I love the snow. I mean, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Um, I am transferring back up with my job, so I'll still be doing that. But I'm not going to be full time. I'm going part time, and I don't have much longer, and I can retire, and I'll be able to help take care of my mom and everything else. And we do have, we're gonna have some more doctor's appointments and stuff with her. Once we get back up there, I can get all those things rescheduled and things of this nature. But, I mean, things are starting to come together, and I really appreciate everybody out there praying for us, um, praying that things would work out. And I want to let you know that all your prayers that you have been given me and my family are starting to all come together. You know, this is a great community. And, there's a lot of people that didn't agree with me doing what I do. They don't agree with me doing YouTube. They don't agree with me probably even writing a book. But there's something I've learned in my life. You know, you can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please all the people all the time. And um, YouTube and doing this and helping people out and giving people ideas on preparedness and to prepare for their families is something that I really take deep into my heart to get that message out there. There's a lot of people that don't subscribe, but they still watch the videos, which is fine and dandy. Um, I'm hoping that through this book, I can reach even more people. I'm hoping that between the book and the channel growth and me being back into what I call my home, because to be perfectly honest with you, being in Vermont is being in my home, even though I was born and raised in Indiana. It kind of reminds me of the same scenario, only the hills are a lot bigger. We lived out in the country. We're going to be living in a small town right now, but when we do look for a house, it is going to be in the country. I'm hoping that we can find a house that has at least maybe 5 or 10 acres of land. And this way I can get back into my gardening and all the stuff that I used to do for years. I loved and enjoyed. But since I've been in Florida for the last 10 years, I haven't done any of it. I've grown a few things and planters, but even that is still hard here in Florida just because of the heat. It's like it's really tough. You got to stay right on top of this stuff. And if you do have anything in Florida, most of it's got to be raised beds because the soil is all sand. Um, but I'm looking to being back home with my family, my kids, my grandson, all of our friends. We have a ton of friends up in Vermont, so that's going to be even better. Um, so Yeah, so things are really coming together. We got the big move coming. I got my book going. Um, it's Today we were packing up even more, and this coming week we're going to be doing a little bit more, and we're just about done. We're almost down to where you just can't do too much more. And I would just like to thank you all for everything that you've done for this channel, for supporting me throughout the years. Uh, in 2024, I'm coming on my fourth year on YouTube here on my channel. And I really thank a lot of you. There's a lot of people here that have been with me almost since day one. JT and Jan have been around for a very long time. Um, I know Rocka Moss has been around almost since the beginning. Bob R's been around for a very long time. Um, RCX has been around for a very long time also. I mean, all of you, there's quite a few of you that have been with this channel. A lot of people aren't on right now. I mean, this isn't I couldn't get everything. We were so busy last night. I was just way too tired. We spent yesterday packing and doing all kinds of stuff. And by the time I was just like, I was beat. And I was just like, okay, well, I'll do it today in the afternoon. And I know a lot of people aren't going to be on because they're not used to me being live on Sundays. They're used to me being live on Saturday nights at 8 p.m. But we'll get all back into that. I will ask everybody if you would please um, do me a favor and just keep us in your thoughts and prayers while we're moving and we're getting everything done. I'm praying for good weather for the week after Thanksgiving, when we start our journey on the 28th, and we will be leaving here early that morning and headed north. So if you all would just keep us in your thoughts and prayers, me and Miss Survival Preparedness, I would really appreciate it. Me and her are driving up. Um, we have a truck and stuff. It's going to be taking up one of the cars, um, and all of our stuff. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting time. Hopefully, I can get some of that on video. And if nothing else, I'll just shoot it out to you, and there you go. The Z says, Charles, use your voice for your book. It's calming. I've been told quite a few times that I should do that. I don't know. I don't know if that's something I could actually do. I mean, maybe I could try it and see how it works. I could try doing it here and play it back, or I could do a chapter and send it to them and see what they think. Deb, well, I mean, yeah. I mean, a lot of people, they really like my voice. They like my voice in videos and everything else because, I'm not like yelling at you. I'm not like freaking people out. I I find it's easier to really get people to understand and listen and everything else when you are using a calm, controlled voice. And sometimes, yeah, I do get riled up about a few things because it just ticks me off, and that's how I am. I'm a very calm, cool guy, until you tick me off. It's like you know, going into a den in the wintertime out in the woods and poking a sleeping bear. If you leave me alone, I'm fine. You poke me, well, it's not going to be too good, you know. Um, but that's how I've always, when I started my channel after I watched thousands of YouTube videos and channels and everything else. I come to the conclusion that, the channels that seem to be doing quite well, the channels back then, before the whole Charlie Victor 19 thing, they were the voices and stuff, and the way that they come across, they were calm, cool, collected. They were very well spoken, and I'm not very well spoken. I'm more of a your country boy type. Like I said, English wasn't my greatest thing, but I try to get everything across the way that majority of people can understand. I don't like to use high dollar words on, um, you know, on a lot of people. My dad taught me a long time ago. Uh, don't use those $1,000 words on us. You know, $1 people. So I try to make sure that people can really understand. Daryl Calhoun, you're in Bloomington. I lived in Bloomington for a while. My mom actually worked for IU back in the late 70s, early 80s. She worked in the cafeteria for a couple of years. Yeah, I know exactly where that is. And then we moved from there to Greenwood, Indiana, and we went from Greenwood to Canby, and then we did live in Indianapolis on the east side. So we got around a lot, and the country was always my favorite. Uh, we always lived in the country, except for when we lived in Indianapolis for a few years, and then we ended up back out in Canby in the country again. So, I think my mom and dad both wanted to be in the country. So, you know, oh, I'm Indiana University Student Union right now. Hey, that's pretty cool. All right. Uh, so, Yes. So if today's going to be kind of a short live stream and stuff, because I mean, we all know all the crap that's going on out there and why we need to be prepared right now. And, um, thank God they're not going to be shutting the government down anytime soon, hopefully. But, once again, we kick that can down the road. But I want people to just realize something. You really need to be prepared. And I'm very, very happy that I'm going to be able to bring a book to a lot of people that explains that and also guides you through the whole process. Um, so yeah, that's going to be a long process. It's going to be 8 to 10 months, just based on what has to take place. So I'm hoping by between July and September, the book should be coming out, and we'll have something. We'll have a big party, big something or other, because um, I'm going to get my hands on some of those books, and I will be giving away some of those once that does come through. And yeah, things are looking up, folks. Sometimes when we look around and we see all the chaos that's going on in the world, and we're trying to deal with all our own problems, and we're trying to figure out what the right choices and everything else are. Sometimes it really helps. One, if you have a good partner, if you're single and you're doing it on your own, all the only person you have to answer to is yourself. But when you have a partner, and if you have a good partner, especially like what I do, um, it you start putting your heads together, and you always have to realize that we're in this together. We got to figure this out, and it's a very it can be a very eye-opening situation, no matter how long you've been married. Um, Me and my wife have been married coming on 27 years, and it's a beautiful time. We're both really thrilled and excited that we're going to be back around the kids and family and friends, and especially our grandson. We cannot wait to get up there. I've already started getting, Dad, you can't do this, or Dad, don't give him this, or Dad, don't do this, and it's just like, yeah, 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 okay, I'm Grandpa. I don't care. uh, you know, uh, so, but keep us in your prayers. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to try and, like I said, maybe shoot a few little short videos. They might be, a minute or two long. Moving process and what's going on, and all this, and everything else, and and keep you all informed as we move along. JT, you didn't have to do that, JT. I really do appreciate that, JT. Thank you very much. Um, that means a lot, JT. It kind of sucks in a way, though, because I started my journey here, and I never thought in a million years, 3 or 4 years ago, when I got done here, when I got on my YouTube and everything else, that I'd be going back to Vermont. I never really planned on it. Wasn't in the cards. But I guess somebody else had a plan for us. And I really feel that I'm being led back to Vermont for a reason, besides having to take care of my mom and our friends and family. I feel there is a reason why I'm going back there that is going to impact people. I don't know what that is yet. Um, I'm going to miss a lot of people down here. Um, so, you know, it's, um, it's really tough. I mean, it's a kind of a two-edged sword, but sometimes the light changes direction, and we have to um, follow the light. I mean, I'm not trying to get religious or anything else, but I mean, it's just a fact. It's a fact of nature here. I mean, can't walk around in the dark all the time. And if the light is shining that direction, but you really want to go that direction, you're probably better off going where you really feel like you're being tugged to. And I really feel that this move is going to make a great impact on this channel, on this community. I think a lot of you are going to see a lot of cool things, a lot of more comforting things, the whole nine yards. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to, uh, for me, getting back in the woods. Like I said, if I can just go out and I can sit down and make me a cup of coffee in front of a fire and we can talk, so be it. I'll figure it out. I do have cameras and all this kind of stuff. So, and I got plenty of backpacks and tarps and whatever, you know, who knows? Maybe we'll build something out in the woods and I can sit in that and do it. I mean, sky's the limit, really. So, all right, folks, I got to get going. We got a lot of stuff that I still need to get done today, before tomorrow. And once again, I'm going to be gone for on the live streams probably about 3 weeks. I may be trying to shoot you guys some videos here or there, just post them. They may not be edited or nothing or anything like that. It's just going to be what's going on and trying to keep you informed on the trip. Once we get there, what's going on? Snow, a lot of people like to see snow. And yeah, and the book that's coming on. And, life is good. Life is real good. And it's all thanks to you. If I didn't have this community and stuff, I might not have even done the book because I wouldn't have been in the mindset. When I started the channel, it really put me in the mindset. And then after March of 2020, it really put me in the mindset. And then sharing it with all you people and watching our channel grow as it has. And a lot of you that were here from almost the beginning are still around says something. You like what you hear. You like me. And I want people to be comfortable when I'm talking, and I'm hoping that people understand the importance of preparedness. The one thing that really is a really sucky part about this whole thing is being a prepper when you're moving. Well, let's just say you got to box all that stuff up. I think I bought every box at Walmart the other day. And yeah, we got a lot of boxes. half of the boxes that we have is a food-based products, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, so all right, folks. I'd like to say thank you and everything else. Um, I'd like to make sure that everybody understands. It's Thanksgiving week. I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you are traveling this week, please be on the safe side. I mean, there's going to be millions of people out there driving, and half of them don't know where they're going. And I just hope that everybody takes the time on Thanksgiving to look around that table when you're sitting there and you're with your friends and your family and everything else, and ask yourself, are we prepared enough? Because in the end, those are the people that more than likely are going to be the ones that you're going to help take care of, feed, or maybe you're all part of it anyways, and you can feel really good about yourself. So, with that being said, I'm going to be signing off for 3 weeks at least. I'm going to try to do short little videos and get those out there, keep you guys informed of what's going on. I look forward to getting back to all of you on live streams, and those will be starting up in December at some point. And you all have a safe and happy Thanksgiving, and travel safe. I'll miss you, all of you. But you can always go back through and watch some of my videos. If you get bored, flip on a video or something. That would help keep the algorithm going. But rather than that, you know what? In the end, just do me a favor and keep prepping. So I'm Survival Preparedness for Beginners. I'd like to thank you all for everything you do for this channel. Thank you, JT, for the generous gift. I really do appreciate it. I'd like to thank all my moderators, all the members, and everybody out there that watches these videos, whether you are subscribed to this channel, which really helps, but even the ones that aren't, that watch on a weekly basis. You know who you are. Eventually you'll come around. Maybe you're afraid to click that button. But in the end, it's all based on what you need to do for you and your family to survive, or even what you need to do for you. So until we talk again, folks, you all stay safe. You keep prepping. And I will catch all of you on the flip side.